How's it going, everybody? Michael here from RockBox PB location. I'm here on to chat about how I utilize it with my day-to-day team, our tasks and our operational processes, and how it's benefited us since we've kind of moved on to it back in, I believe, November now. So about 3 or 4 months.
Awesome. So Prospr is a one-stop shop for everything you need to run, manage, and scale your studio business. It houses everything from learning and training to team communication. We integrate with Mariana, so schedules will flow in. Your teams can then sub and swap with each other. All you'll have to do is say yes or no. And that will automatically then live in Mariana. So we streamline subbing, swapping. We give you a place to schedule for your front desk and your non-instructor teams, subbing and swapping for them as well. Inventory, issues management, equipment issues, facilities, ticketing systems that will then actually help you organize and streamline your day-to-days, checklists for your team to ensure consistency across the board, and a whole lot more, all under one roof. So the idea here is it's the one app that's going to help you replace pretty much everything else. If you are using other things, a lot of times what we're replacing are a lot of manual systems, pen, paper, post-its, and a whole lot of headaches. We're going to tell you a little bit about how the integration works. So you'll still schedule your instructors in Mariana. It will automatically live in Prospr. They'll be able to see it in Prospr. They can sync their Prospr calendars with their personal calendars, so no more misshifts. You can schedule front desk natively in Prospr, but for instructors, any integrated shift that's come into our system, once subs and swaps are approved by you, those changes will actually then automatically go and live in Mariana. So taking one of the biggest headaches of running a studio business, and making it a whole lot easier for you. And without further ado, I'd love, Michael, if you don't mind unmuting yourself because it's showtime.
Here we go. Yes. You should be
I've
able
got
to see me now, too.
perfect. I have a couple of questions, and then I would love if you wouldn't mind sharing your actual Prosper with other franchise partners so they could actually see it live. But before Prosper, how are you managing schedules and communication and team expectations? What were you doing?
Yeah, so a couple of things. I feel like we had everything everywhere, probably is the best explanation. Our schedule was handled like literally in an Excel sheet, which functional, yes, but also when changes happened or someone had like a covered shift that wasn't logged, then it was just like consistency and clarity wasn't always the greatest. Outside of that, for follow-ups, it was kind of like written notes, sticky notes, and such too, which to be fair, we still use. But yeah, it was a little here and there of a lot of different processes and keeping up with stuff.
What made you realize that you needed a more centralized system? Was there ever like an aha moment or like something that fell through the cracks? You were like, okay, I'm going to start looking.
As soon as I started handling the schedule, I said, yeah, I'm not doing this. So yeah, around October.
There. And I guess sort of what problems did you see with sort of follow-ups and lead tracking before using Prosper? Because I know that is one of the big ways that you're utilizing Prosper today.
Yeah. Um, I think we did okay with it. We obviously have the Explore system, which handles kind of the lead generation and follow-ups in there. But we tended to have an issue with kind of follow-ups post new FTE coming in. If we didn't close, like what happens and gets kind of lost in translation. So that's kind of where we've utilized it a lot, but also just in general with like team shout outs of like, hey, I made a sale today. How am I doing with like first form? How are we doing with just sales in general? Team communication, specifically with like the trainers and such. That's kind of where I've been leaning on Prosper a lot. So that it's all centralized in one place. And also I can see if people have read or even paid attention to what I was saying or not too.
That's a big one. Like a tree's fallen in a forest, and they're like, okay, I don't know. No one told me. You're like,
Check Prosper. Yeah.
what has been your single biggest value add, or what is your favorite part of Prosper for you? And what would you say is your favorite, the team's favorite piece?
Sure. For me, for sure, it's probably been the bulletins. I think as after I made my first one, I did like five back to back. And I realized, okay, I need to kind of tone it back. Like they don't need 5 bulletins a day. But I like the availability to like make it specific to be like, okay, here's the like I did it for here's what's coming with the buddy pass, here's what's happening with this specific promotion, attach it, see if people read it or not. So then if they had questions, I'm like, well, did you actually read the SOP I attached? Any questions and such? So I like that functionality for sure, and the messaging, which the team likes a lot more as well. Aside from the follow ups, we do like happy birthdays, shout outs for sales, and all that kind of thing. And like the camaraderie around among the team has definitely grown just from that aspect of being like, oh, heck yeah, like I just made a sale.
It's fine. I mean, it's much more fun to celebrate with everybody.
Yeah,
Do it in a vacuum.
correct.
If you wouldn't mind, would you take us through a day in the life on Prosper so that we can actually contextualize how you're using it at RockBox?
Yeah, totally. Let me share my screen. Oops. There we go.
Perfect.
Hey, everyone should be able to see my app now.
Yep. And if you want to just make me small.
Yes. Oops, wrong
Oops.
direction. How do I do that?
Quite.
There we go. Perfect. So here's from the mobile app version, just FYI, this isn't from desktop version. Um, Here you can see we do our bulletins here. We really use the bulletins for like one-off scenarios or things that are happening on a weekly basis. We do use this for the trainers on their weekly announcements. So you can see Buddy Pass, we have open gym happening. Here's kind of what the trainer should talk about for that specific announcement. And then any other random one off things that we have happening either that week or coming up. The expectation that the coaches are referencing this when they're saying their announcements at classes. I'll also, like I said, anything specific promo that's happening, put in what that is, and then pull in like those SOPs that we get from Becca or Alexia to attach to it so people can see it, and then we can follow up to make sure that they've actually read it. Here's just another kind of bulletin and reference. I also do kind of halfway marks for our first form sales to see like who's in our top three. The team likes it to see how they're tracking for the month. They have their goals for the actual month of first form, and then any promos that we might be running, or like if we have a sample day. So that's kind of the gist of like the bulletin piece. I like the functionality to basically make it whatever I'd like. But the biggest part is making sure that the team has consistent messaging, or the trainers specifically, on our classes, which I found valuable for us because everyone was kind of saying their own thing. So it was confusing for the members for a while. The other piece, more on like the day-to-day tasks that I'll talk about, is we created the joint missions in here, which is a functionality of it, which I asked actually the team recently back. We had a team meeting last Friday, and I asked them specifically, like, how are we doing with this? Do we like it? Not like it? Is it helpful? And the feedback was pretty positive that they do enjoy that they can come in and kind of see like, okay, I did this, I did this, I did this. In some cases, it's mostly repetitive, but it helps me be able to see like, okay, everyone's doing the same tasks outside of like their lead calls and follow-ups in that sense. So like you can see here, like turn on the fans, check the iPads, make sure we have stock, sweep vacuum specific areas. So that's what we've been utilizing the missions for, and also to keep track to make sure, like you can see here, it's an unfinished mission. We can see like, okay, what happened? Did something not get done? Are we missing something? That's what we've been using it for. But again, the feedback for this has actually been pretty positive, which I'm happy for. So we have an AM and PM shift mission. So some of the tasks for the night crew might be a little bit different than the PM crew. And we log these here. And these is kind of like a progressive upload. We've been working on adjusting and adding certain features and taking them back, but the team really likes it. And then the other piece that I can talk about, I skipped, is the messaging functionality. We have a chat for front desk or trainers, or if it's just for everyone. So, like anything that the team should know, we kind of go through specific messages. Like we ran out of wraps for a second. I had to order those, which there's a functionality in here to order, or for the team to put in like orders or requests that like we're out of inventory or maybe running low on something. We just started using that more consistently last week. It's created more things for me to follow up with, but it's been great to know like what we've been kind of maybe missing. This is kind of like the trainer chat, depending on what we're talking about. But yeah, the team really likes the functionality of the messaging being here. I really appreciate it too, because prior to this, we were doing like group messages and I like your iPhone group messages. So when we had change in team members or where someone was added, we and someone didn't have an iPhone, we'd constantly be adjusting group messages. So this is nice to just have everything central here and not have to really worry about adding or removing people if something changes. Um, yeah, and then outside of that, obviously the scheduling's pretty great. So like being able to come in here and see the schedule of things that I may am responsible for, but also the team. I think there is. I can't see from the master view. Fortunately, I can't see the master view, but I've really appreciated the scheduling piece. Like I said prior to this, we were in an Excel sheet adjusting people's schedules once a month. Now I can kind of just copy and paste it for the whole month. And then when the team needs the adjustment, which has been great for them, um, it's the shift that they need coverage for. They unassign, and then it gets sent out to all the front desk or well, obviously for the front desk, and then whoever has the availability can kind of take that shift, and then I can still obviously approve it, which is great. Um, but yeah, that's the gist. Oh, the resources functionality too has been pretty cool. So in here, I've dropped in like specific sales articles, some from Tranual, some from adjustments that we've made for the team to reference for anything specific. Like for First Form, I've dropped in the digital catalog for the team to reference. So that in some of their time they can kind of look through certain resources that we find valuable. It may not be something that they need every single day, but it's there for them to reference, which has been great.
That's awesome. Can we navigate to my day for a second?
Yes. Oh, shoot. I keep doing that.
Okay.
There we go. Back to,
Dashboard.
yeah.
Awesome. So shifts at risk, you're actually able to see any shifts that people are trying to swap for and anything that has not been assigned. How are you using that tool?
Yeah, so because I get a notification when someone unassigns a shift and it'll pop up here, and then also when it gets covered. So I've been using it. We don't really have a lot of shift changes, but in the one times that we do, it is helpful because I can see like I don't have to reach out to see who's covering or who does not have availability. It's kind of all just right here in the basically yeah your dashboard, which is great.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you wanted to share while we're screen sharing that we haven't?
Um,
Maybe master view?
oh yeah. There we go. This was what I was trying to get to, and I can. I was like, wait. So yeah, the master view is great to see the schedule for everybody, trainer and front desk. Obviously, the Mariana Tech filters from, or sorry, the trainer schedules filtered from Mariana Tech. But here you can see the front desk shift that's for tonight is Caesar, and then the coaches. We've been utilizing the no sweat consults and assigning a trainer. So now it gets assigned to whoever's in there, which is nice to see. For me, when I was doing them, it was helpful to have my schedule for when I know I needed to come. But yeah, it's great to just a great functionality to kind of see all in one place. And if I have questions or if someone has questions, I can like reference that for them too.
Do you mind hitting the filter button?
Yes.
So here is a really great piece of master view because oftentimes, especially if you have a lot of different teams or you're running multi-unit, you can actually filter to go, okay, who's on front desk today across all of my locations or who's working in specific locations. So you have a lot of sort of filtering flexibility here too. Thank you. You're very good Vanna White, Michael.
Thanks. I tried.
Thank you so, so much. What would you say the biggest impact Prosper has made to the business?
For us, it's definitely been the communication piece. like I said, on the follow-ups, that's where it was huge for us. We kind of had a lack in follow-up process in general, and that's obviously more operational side. This has helped us leverage Prosper or utilize Prosper as kind of like that functionality where we can kind of bridge that gap a little bit. So that for us, honestly, the communication and being able to use it more frequently on different aspects, not just one, right? It's really made a difference for us for sure.
That's
And
fantastic.
clarity for the team, really.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For other franchise partners who are considering Prosper, what would you tell them?
Um, do it. I don't know what other franchise partners are using or not using. But for me to have something in all one place, it's honestly made a huge difference for me, and the team.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, Michael. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
Everybody who's joined, thank you very, very much for spending your time with us today. If you would like a one-on-one demo, we would love to share one with you and see if Prosper is the right fit for your RockBox studio. You can contact me directly at erica@prosper.work.